study for 10 hours a day. You don't need time to play in your life.
Because you're the heir to the company. Good school, good job, and good marriage. We'll arrange everything.
My name's Yahiro Kawada. My father, Kamo, and mother, Katsuki, raised me strictly from an early age. They are both business owners and believe in good academic background. I didn't have any doubts about that either. No, you could say that there was no room for doubt. The day after I was accepted into university, my mindset completely changed.
I see. So you've been listening to your parents ever since you were born.
Her name's Kotori Takahagi. She's an older woman who lives nearby, and we were only acquaintances. This is the first time we've spoken. She spoke to me today, as I always had a gloomy look on my face.
Jeez. Well then, you're the same as me. I can't leave you alone.
When she heard my situation, she murmured that.
Hey, is that kind of life fun?
But I've always lived like this.
Have you ever felt jealous of your classmates who seem to be having fun? Aren't you feeling overwhelmed by what your parents say? I ran away from that. But I have no regrets. If you don't like it, you can run away.
She said it was my choice and smiled. That night, I couldn't get any of my studies done, and I was staring at the ceiling. Is it okay to run away? Why can't I stop thinking about that? I had no friends and was alone. I felt jealous when I saw everyone playing. I felt my emotions that I had kept bottled up overflowing. A few days later, what was the trigger? My emotions exploded for something so trivial that I can't even remember it. Stop messing around! I'm not your puppet! You selfish bastards!
What? You ungrateful brat? Who do you think raised you?
Do you have the right to do whatever you want with me just because you raised me? I'm a human, not Robert.
You're not our child then. We disowned you. Get out!
Well, I ran out of the house, but ended up sitting on a swing in the park, having nowhere to go. No friends, no money. I guess I have to go back to that house after all. Or better yet, live on the streets. Damn it. I don't want to go back, but it's clear that there are no other options.
Oh, I see. That's why you ran out. That reminds me of myself a long time ago.
When Kotori Takagi, who was on her way home from work, heard my story, she said that and shrugged her shoulders.
So, as a pioneer in running away from home, I would like to give you some advice. First, rely on trusted relatives.
Relatives? I don't know them.
Oh, I see. I guess that was your parents' doing.
Then she took out her wallet and... What is this?
It's a little far away, but there is an inn where my mother works. Just tell her Kotori sent you there. That money is my good luck money to change your future. I was saved by Aniki, but if you don't have someone like him, someone has to help you, right?
That was the word that changed my life.
Yahiru! More alcohol to customers in Room Phoenix!
It's been 4 years since then. I was working as a live-in waiter at a local inn. This head waitress is Kotori Takagi's mother. I don't know the details, but it seems that she abandoned Kotori-san by leaving her to her father. However, they met again a few years ago, and, although there was some fighting, they were able to reconcile. Perhaps out of a sense of indebtedness to her, she reluctantly accepted me. I'm tired. The party was over and I was hungry, so I headed to the kitchen. It's already past 11 p.m.
Whoa, you look tired. Wait, I'll prepare something for you right away.
You did a great job today. Have a good rest.
The owner and the head waitress, Mr. and Mrs. Tendo, take care of me. Kotori-san is Mrs. Tendo's daughter, but she is not Mr. Tendo's. It's a little complicated, but you can watch past videos. Wait, what past videos? As I was doing this, a cheerful voice echoed through the kitchen.
Hello? Oh, Yahiro, you're here too. Hello?
Oh, hello?
So gloomy. The inn is supposed to be full of smiles and spirit. Well, you're better than when you first came here, though.
She's Umi Tendo, 1 year junior to me. She's so energetic. She was the one who gave me the final push to work here. If I'm bothering you...
No problem, no problem. No matter how much we recruit, we don't get anyone. So he's valuable, don't you think? Jeez, I can't help it if my 2 daughters push me to hire him.
Thanks to the words of Umi, who happened to be there at the time, the reluctant head waitress accepted me. After that, I decided to work as a live-in. Of course, it wasn't easy.
Hey, you are like a bean sprout, kid. Eat meat, lots of meat.
Your smile is so unnatural anyway. Just get used to doing the dishes first.
Working at an inn is something I've never experienced before. On the other hand, I was teaching Umi how to study.
Huh? I don't need to know this kind of formula to work at an inn.
And it's been 4 years already. I was confused at first because it was something I had never done before, but I managed to do it somehow.
Hey Yahiro-kun, come to think of it, you've changed a lot, huh?
Have I? How?
At first, you were so gloomy, unfriendly, and unapproachable. But lately, you've been smiling more and more. So yeah, I've come to like you like that.
My heart skipped a beat when I heard her say that. A few days later, as usual, I woke up at 4 AM and was cleaning when Umi came rushing in.
Hey Yahiro-kun, my parents have a fever. They look painful.
What? So, we called the doctor in first thing in the morning, and for some reason, we were sent out into the hallway.
So, what do you think? Things have turned out to be a big deal. This is not good.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, it's scary. Please avoid contact with him as much as possible. I know it will be hard, but... No way! What kind of disease is it? It's a flu. Huh? Hey! What was all that dragging about?
No way! A flu! How scary! The enemy of the entrance exam. It's serious.
Please be strong. I'm sure that we'll be fine. Hey! Even you, Yahiro-kun?
Well, jokes aside, I'm relieved. They seem to be fine. And when the doctor went back, what are we gonna do with our customers today? They'll be coming in the evening, right? Maybe tell them about the situation and...
It's no good to refuse. There are no other accommodations here. My mom said she would leave the rest to us. That doesn't mean we should give up. I think this means that we should try.
I was taken aback. She's different from me, who can't move unless someone tells me to do. I'm jealous of her. Well, I'm glad it was the off-season. Yesterday, there were no visitors, and today, there was only one group of guests.
Welcome! I've been waiting for you. My name is Umi Tendo.
We decided to ask for help with cooking from an inn we have had a good relationship with. The customer service is done by Umi. I'll be working behind the scenes. After welcoming the guests, we discuss future plans.
Meals will be served immediately in their room from 6 p.m. After the meal, Yahiro-kun, you prepare the futon while the customer takes a bath. Oh, I told them in advance that a man would be entering their room. Can I ask you to work the night shift? The rest, just be flexible.
Understood. It's just a quick and easy check of the roles, but if something is left out, it could lead to mistakes. Flexible. I wonder if I can do it. At that moment, a loud sound was made on my back.
What are you saying? Isn't that what you do all the time? You just have to have a good smile and spirit. Today, I am the young proprietress and you're the young master. We're work buddies. Let's support each other.
Young master, huh? After that, we immediately went to the kitchen and carried the food to the room together.
Excuse me, I brought you a meal.
I followed Umi, who smiles and says cheerfully. I also managed to put on a smile and enter the room.
Hey, it's here. By the way, can you bring us alcohol too? Young master.
At her signal, I left her in charge of serving the meal and showed the customer the drink menu. So we have beer, various types of sake, and shochu available.
Hey, what are we going to drink? There are quite a few.
If you'd like to place an order later, please let us know via extension. But if you're gonna take a bath immediately after eating, please don't drink too much.
Okay, by the way, Oni-san, you're pretty good looking, aren't you? Would you like to have a drink with us?
Huh? I was confused. I don't know how to handle this.
Alright, work. Now take your time, ladies.
My throat. For some reason, she grabbed my collar to pull me along.
Oh man, he has a girlfriend. Well, just as expected. Too bad.
It's so quiet. Meanwhile, the meal is over, and it's past the time to turn off the lights in the building. It's now 1 a.m. It's been 4 years since I came here. They're all nice people. When I'm alone, I suddenly ponder about my life and family. I ran out of my house without settling anything with my family after all. Can I stay here? I've been asking myself this question for 4 years, and I can't find an answer. I guess I'll go on patrol. It was midnight. When I go on patrol, I sometimes encounter customers. Just like this.
Wow, you surprised me. It's you.
Sorry for surprising you. Are you taking a bath?
I can't sleep. Oh yeah, can we please talk for a bit?
This is also a service, so I took her to our cafeteria and offered her a drink. It's hot chocolate.
Thank you. I think I can fall asleep faster after drinking this.
I'm glad to hear that. Then she takes a sip of hot chocolate and begins talking.
Actually, I'm supposed to have an arranged marriage after I graduate from university.
An arranged marriage?
Yes. My father is a company manager, and he wants to form a group with his client companies. So the idea is that his client's son and I will get married and eventually form a joint venture.
A so-called strategic marriage?
Yeah. How terrible, right? Don't I have the right to choose my own partner?
When she said that, I felt so sorry.
But there's nothing I can do. I don't have much freedom at home. At least I wanted to go on a trip with my friends. One last time.
When she said this, I couldn't help but grit my teeth. She's just like me. My mentor told me this before. Hey, is that kind of life fun?
Huh?
So I ran away, but I don't regret it. Those are the words that Komori-san once told me, and now they are my words too. I have no regrets either. I ran away from my parents' home and came to this inn. In life, you have the option to run away if you don't like it. Am I smiling like Kotori-san did to me? I don't know, but I want to believe so. Next morning, the ladies ate breakfast and checked out around 9 a.m. Thank you! Only one of them, Nozomi Komorie, turned around and waved at me.
Boo! Did something happen between you two? That person is waving at you.
No, we just talked a little. Anyway, let me sleep. A week later, Mr. and Mrs. Tendo recovered and returned. There were 5 groups of guests during that time. Although there were some minor problems and points for improvement, the overall evaluation was satisfactory.
Thank you. The two of you did a great job. You guys are already good on your own. But there are still many things to reflect on and improve. It was a low season too.
It's alright. Customer service is a difficult job. It's enough if they went home satisfied.
Those 2 words made me believe that it's okay for me to stay here.
We have 5 reservations today. It's fully booked. I'm not worried, but I hope you both do your best.
Yes! Now the busy season has arrived. Even though it's only 5 groups, it is still a large number of people.
Good, especially Yahiro. You've started to look a lot better. Be confident in yourself. We really appreciate you being here.
But I'm always bored during this time. There are no customers from checkout at 10 a.m. until check-in in the evening. And since we work from early in the morning, everyone takes turns to take a long break off from work. Come to think of it, it's rare for just you and me to stay at work.
That means they feel okay to leave everything to us. Yay!
Ah, so that's why. Oh, a customer. Well, come? It is not uncommon for guests to arrive earlier than scheduled, like to leave their luggage behind and go for sightseeing. However, I couldn't hide my surprise at the appearance of an unexpected person. Why? And for some reason, next to them is a college girl who had stayed here the night before. What's going on?
Welcome. Do you have have a reservation?
Umi responds in place of me, who is speechless.
Yeah, I think you have 2 reservations under the name Komorie.
Yes. Komorie-sama? I have been waiting for you. I will guide you to your room.
She looks over at me, who looks awkward, and guides the visitors. However, the situation went beyond my imagination.
Komorie-san, this is my son.
I was told that they were calling me, so I reluctantly went in the room, and that's what my mother said.
Yahiro, she's Nozomi Komorie-san, your arranged marriage partner. Come on, say hello.
Huh? Arranged what? I can't grasp the situation. Me and Nozomi-san are both shocked, and it was she who spoke first.
Huh? What? My arranged partner is the young master.
Yeah, I heard that he wanted to work here after graduating as an experience. He seems like a strong-willed man to get away from his parents and learn customer service because he can go to university anytime. Such a person is the perfect successor to a growing company.
I remember what she was saying the other day. Strategic marriage. So this is what it is.
Now, Yahiro, stop standing still and sit down.
Sorry that he's dressed like that. Yahiro, come say hello.
My parents look at me with grins on their faces. Nothing has changed. They have not changed. Do they really think I'll always be their puppet?
May I?
She was the one who changed that dull atmosphere.
I can't. If I go on an arranged marriage with someone who has a girlfriend, wouldn't I be a villain?
What?
In the first place, I came here to decline the offer if the guy was interested in this. But I never expected the guy would be him.
What does this mean? I thought your son didn't have a girlfriend.
Her father glared at my parents.
Oh, it's a misunderstanding. My son has a girlfriend? There's no way, right?
Hey, Yahiro, affirm it. Of course you didn't know. I heard from him that you guys disowned him.
Disowned? What does this mean? This is completely different from what you told me.
Finally, he yelled at my parents. They probably told him that I was a son who listens to their wishes well. But nonetheless, he gets pissed so easily. Nozomi-san must be having a hard time with such a father.
Yahiro-kun, what do you say?
He suddenly talks to me. Well, I'm the only one here who can prove the truth, so it can't be helped. It's true. 4 years ago, I was disowned by my parents and separated from them. And then I ran away. I was just introduced to this inn and started working here. Most of their stories are lies.
Yahiro!
Yahiro, you shut up! All you have to do is listen to us!
That's a pretty selfish thing to say.
Then Mr. and Mrs. Tendo and Umi came into the room.
I heard that you're having some trouble, so I'm coming in. I'm sorry, but my daughter is marrying Yahiro.
Yeah, that's right. Huh? Wait, Dad? Yahiro is already an employee of our inn and a member of our family. And if you are going to talk about such stupid thing, you don't have to stay here. Get out!
I was happy that she said that.
You're right. We should get out. And I'll have to rethink about doing business with a company that has people full of lies. Oh, no way! Shut up. I'm too afraid to proceed with a conversation with someone I don't trust.
Oh, but please wait.
My parents followed Nozomi's father, bowing and clinging to him as he left. However, only Nozomi remained in the room and sat quietly drinking tea. Is it okay for you to not follow him?
Oh, it's all good. I decided to run away from home just like you told me to. My dad was also quite insane, right? I don't want to ever go on an arranged marriage again. I'm planning to leave my parents' house too. Anyway, is it okay for me to stay overnight? Also, if possible, can I ask the young master and the young proprietress to take charge of my room? In the future as well.
It seems like she wants to take this as her first step away from her parents. We granted her wish, of course. Sure, of course. Please feel free to stay at her inn.
We welcome you.
So she took a step forward. Her story will be told in another video. Now, let's talk a little bit about what happened after that.
After we were cut off by Komorie-san, our sales went down. Where did our plans go wrong?
If Yahiro, If only he had listened to us, we would have been safe.
Actually, like me, my parents grew up in a family that only cared about having good academic background. The fate of the people who forced me to do the same without questioning it was this. If they hadn't used a PI to find me, their future might have been different. It's been 5 years since then. Today, Kotori-san came.
Hey, Mom. I'm here to help you. Kotori, welcome back. I don't mind if you came back more often. Come with your family. My husband is busy. How is Umi and Yahiro? You know, right? Umi is in the hospital. Yahiro went to see the little young master. Hey, Yahiro-kun. How should we raise him? Should we make him the successor to the inn after all?
Let's leave that to him. It's not up to parents to decide. We don't know what people's possibilities are or what the future holds. I never once regretted leaving my parents' house that day. Hey, what kind of people are my grandpa and grandma? This was when I was still in the first grade. After summer vacation, many of my classmates went to the countryside to visit their grandparents. Come to think of it, I realized that I had never even met them, so I asked my mom. Then, the troubled look on her face left a strong impression on me.
Grandpa and Grandma are no longer here. Also, the other Grandpa and Grandma.
I'm Satoshi Miyazaki, 29. I work in construction. I met my girlfriend, Aina Okawara, at work and fell in love. After 3 years of dating, today, I'm heading to her parents' house to greet them for the wedding. But was this really a good souvenir? It's a common Japanese sweet. Aina's family has a long lineage and seems to be quite wealthy.
It's okay. They told me before that they feel sorry for receiving expensive souvenirs. I've never seen them fight. They're nice people. When I called them the other day for the first time in a while, they seemed to be in a welcoming mood. Besides, they're extremely lenient with me as I'm their only daughter, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
Hope so. Aina's intentionally being playful and encouraging. However, I couldn't shake the feeling of unease.
It's here!
This is a very nice house. We arrived at a large mansion with an old gate. I saw that there was even a pond, and my face suddenly twitched.
This is the main house of Ogawara family. I'm home!
Hey, wait, Aina! When the gate opened and we walked in, the front door made a heavy sound. A person called Kyota greeted us respectfully.
Welcome home, young lady. And welcome, Mr. Miyazaki.
I'm home! This is Kyota, our helper.
Nice to meet you, Kyota-san.
Mr. and Mrs. are waiting in the hall.
Where we were guided, Aina's parents were waiting with scary faces. No matter how you look at it, it's not a welcoming mood.
Dad, Mom! I'm home! Welcome home.
Please take this.
Oh, thanks.
Aina's mother took a quick look at the gift I gave her, and she handed it to Kyota as if tossing it.
Kyota, give this to Pocky.
Pocky?
It's our Doberman. You brought some dog treats, right? Thank you.
Dog treat?
Oh no? I thought it was dog food because of the poor packaging.
That tells me how your wealth level is. I won't give you my daughter. Go home.
Huh? What's up with the two of you? You're so different from the other day. You told me on the phone that you were looking forward to meeting him.
Until the other day, but things have changed.
The mother opens the album and shows a group photo. They all look similar.
Take a look. This is our family. Ah, from New Year's Day.
We're all hyper elite. I am also the sales manager of Tongari Kenchiku, a famous general contractor. Even Ina's grandfather, who was born before the war, was a college graduate, and her grandmother's father ran a large company. Their boast about their family lasted for 30 minutes. Eventually, the two of them looked at me condescendingly. Do you think you can be included in this?
Honestly, I think I still have a long way to go. However, I am determined to do my best for Aina-san.
Impossible, impossible, because the souvenir is dog food.
That's because I heard that expensive items would be more of a nuisance.
What is this?
Then, suddenly her father slammed another photo on the table. This is a photo of me at work. Aina took this photo.
No matter how you look at it, you're a construction site worker, right?
It's obvious that you're on a very different level than us. I never thought she would choose a manual worker. Ina, I doubt your taste.
Apparently, Aina's parents saw this photo and decided to oppose her marriage.
Hey! What problem do you have?
There are only problems. Marrying such a lowly person, it stains my family lineage.
After all, it was better not to let her go to work. I should have let her stay here.
Ina, quit your job right now and come back home. Living alone is also prohibited.
Can't believe it. Both of you are too old-fashioned. And what's wrong with working at a construction site? It's the most beautiful thing about him. Working hard and sweating for everyone.
No need for that crap. How much stain do you want to put on that will go out of family?
I see. I guess this is how it will turn out after all. Aina desperately tries to explain, but her parents don't listen at all. It gets more and more heated, and
shame on you for dating a worker. I will never admit your marriage.
Our family's blood will be tainted if you join us. Choose someone with a noble lineage.
Aina finally becomes furious.
Enough! You just don't understand.
It's you who doesn't understand. If you marry him, you're disowned.
Your wish will come true. I'll isolate myself from you guys.
Aina grabbed my arm and ran out of the room. Then, Kyota looks surprised and rushes at her. Aina!
Lady!
I had no idea they were like this. I hate this family.
An hour later, we were lost in a park. Aina has been crying a lot and is completely exhausted.
I'm sorry. I never expected my parents to be like that. If only I had talked to them more first. No, but...
There was no point forcing them to accept her marriage. I'm fine. So come on, wipe your tears.
Yeah. Thank you, Satoshi. They must have made you feel terrible. Sorry.
I start talking to Aina slowly. Aina, was it really okay to distance yourself from them?
Of course, I cherished them. But for me, you are also important, so I think this was good. Besides, I realized their true nature. I couldn't see it through.
They were good people for you, right? If so, it can't be helped.
No, that's good, because I will become your life partner. I am aware that I'm quite naive. I'll do it right, so please wait.
Even though Aina had tears in her eyes, she smiled. Thank you, Aina. I'll do my best to become a better man too. Let's have a good wedding first.
Yeah.
And I made a suggestion to Aina. That was...
Why? I don't want to meet them. Neither do you, right?
Inviting her parents to the wedding. Of course, Aina hated the idea. Well, you must be indebted to them for raising you. And they were kind to you until they met me, right? At least let them see the beautiful Aina in your bridal outfit.
Well, if you say so.
Then, Kyoto-san came over. By the way, he seems to have looked like this since Aina was little. In his hand was the paper bag I gave him earlier.
What's wrong, Kyoto?
I was wondering if you would like to have this nice souvenir with me. There's no one in that house who can appreciate this deliciousness.
With that, we sat down on the bench and quickly unwrapped the dango.
I love this skewered dango. It's very delicious, isn't it?
Kyoto takes out a water bottle and paper cup and pours some hot tea into it.
Ah, it smells good.
I'm sorry for making you come find us.
It's okay. Now, let's toast to the lady's new beginning in life.
Cheers!
Kyoto is a nice person, and I exchanged contacts with him just in case. In this way, we had a fun tea party under the blue sky, and thanks to him, I was feeling better. 3 weeks later, a wedding invitation arrived at the Ogawara family.
Married, huh? That damn manual worker. I can't forgive him. I'm not going to this stupid ceremony.
Oh, hey, let's go. If we show him the difference in status, they will give up.
I see, that's true. Maybe then Aina will reflect a little.
But on the wedding day, they were standing in shock in the lobby.
What is this luxurious venue?
Many of the invited guests were managers of top-class construction companies.
I wish they had told us how big it was going to be.
Invited guests pass business cards to each other, like it's a social gathering.
Ah, there's a president of Love Construction Company.
Oh gosh, it's true. You've been saying you've always wanted to do business with them. It's a chance.
But that president is famous for being a bit difficult. No, but it's a rare opportunity. I'm gonna say hello.
My father-in-law approached the president, rubbing his hands together.
Managing Director Sakura, nice to meet you. My name's Ogawara, and I'm the sales manager of Tongari Kenchiku. The weather is nice today.
Oh, Tongari. Maybe the Bryce?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you very much for coming to my daughter's wedding.
My father-in-law smiles, thinking it's gonna go well. However, Managing Director Sakura's eyes narrowed, and...
I see, it's you. Unfortunately, it's a private time now, so... I'll accept your business card, but if you're going to talk business, do it another time. Well then.
After Managing Director Sakura left, my father-in-law's face twisted in frustration.
Huh? What does he mean? He was talking business to the others.
Isn't he an invited guest of that guy? If so, let's talk to him through him. If we say we are the bride's parents, I'm sure the staff will let us through.
That's right. Then I'll complain to Sakura through him.
And while we were taking a breather in the waiting room, Aina's parents came yelling at us.
Hey, contact the managing director Sakura now.
Dad! Mom!
I knew they were gonna come, but they are more furious than I imagined. Having figured out the situation, I quickly stood in front of Aina. Thank you for coming today.
What the heck? You're disgusting. Marrying Aina without permission. On top of that, I was even treated with disrespect by the managing director of Love Construction. Our company really wants to work with them. He is your guest, right? Then, as an apology, let me talk to him.
Well,
I mean, why does a lowly guy like you know him in the first place?
He approaches me and keeps spitting abusive words at me. Aina, who was watching this, quietly stood up and said without an expression on her face.
This means that Tongari Construction's sales manager has insulted Dream Construction's president as a lowly guy. Is that right?
Huh?
My father-in-law looks shocked. Apparently, they finally understood what she said, so I continued. Sorry for the late introduction. My name is Satoshi Miyazaki, CEO of Dream Construction. Yes, I often work in the field, but I'm the CEO. However, I didn't become one because of my ability. My father was born as the second son of the president of Dream Construction, and my mother worked as one of the janitors there. My father's parents did not allow their marriage, so my father separated himself from his family. My mother's parents also died young, which is why I never met my grandparents.
Well then, you aren't born into half a good bloodline. Even though there is some vile blood flowing in you. Why did you hide that?
Half good. I've always hated being discriminated against because of my mother's family background. When I was in grade 6, my father passed away. With the heartless words whispered at the funeral, I finally understood what was going on. That's why I wanted to stay away from my father's family, but shortly after I became an adult, things suddenly changed. My uncle, who was following in my grandfather's footsteps, suddenly passed away. Dream Construction has been family run for generations. It also values direct lineage. That's why I, who had never had anything to do with it up until then, was singled out. At first, I thought I would refuse even if I died, but I thought this is an opportunity to change this abominable bloodline system. So I took the initiative to change by working in the field. I thought we should change our authoritarian system first. At first, the workers look at me with disgust, but now they feel free to ask me questions. Most of the arrogant managers have been replaced, and I think things are going well.
Mom, you told me to send you a photo of my BF, right?
With that said, Aina held her smartphone and showed her a photo of me working.
I think Satoshi looks best in this appearance. Just because he's the president, he doesn't act all bossy. He always thinks about his workers. I was moved by how wonderful he is. Until that day, I truly believed that you guys would feel the same way. I was wrong. Aina.
Then, my father-in-law suddenly changed his attitude.
That's amazing, Satoshi-kun. I had no idea you were such a wonderful person. As expected of a man Aina chose. Why don't we just forget what happened the other day and get along? And please introduce me to Mr. Sakura.
Now, what should I do? As I was thinking.
If you've been asking me for a while, it seems like you're confusing your private life with your private life. If you want to talk business, please talk to me, the secretary, first.
Aina got into work mode and started talking. Her parents looked surprised.
Secretary? I never heard that. First of all, you worked elsewhere.
'Cause I didn't tell you. I was planning to surprise you by letting you know later.
First, I wanted to surround myself with people I could trust. So, as an excellent secretary among the corrupt people, I recruited Aina through the introduction of her former boss, the managing director of Love Construction.
Don't cause any more trouble to Satoshi-san, who invited you with good intentions. And that's why, even though I've been disowned, I'll take this opportunity to tell you this. Thank you for raising me so far.
Ugh.
He is a person who never forgets to be grateful to even you who made fun of him. It's not about him actually being the president or anything. I fell in love with his kindness. So I will never forget my gratitude for raising me. But with that in mind, I will choose Satoshi.
Aina resolutely announces her intention to break up with her parents once again. I wonder how her daughter's dignified appearance appears to them now.
I'm so sorry.
Suddenly, my father-in-law bowed to the ground and screamed. At the same time, my mother-in-law also bowed her head quietly.
I did not know that you were the president, and I sincerely apologize for my rude words and actions.
Please forgive us.
Aina took a deep breath when she heard those words. I guess she realized they didn't understand anything. Certainly, I was the one who suggested inviting you to the ceremony, because I feel gratitude for raising Aina.
Isn't that so? Then...
But I don't want to continue to have a good relationship with someone who discriminates others without any hesitation. That's why I married Aina without your permission. Also, I can't forgive you for betraying Aina, who tried to believe that her parents were good people. If you want to apologize, please do so to Aina. I have no intention of forgiving you. I'm sorry.
I don't feel like you're my parents anymore. I'm ashamed that your blood flows through my veins. No way, Aina.
Well, it's about time. Please enjoy your wedding. In this way, I received Aina's hand from my father-in-law while being blessed by many invited guests. However, I was wondering if the smiling Aina is putting too much strain on our future relationship with her parents for me. Can we be better as a family? That concern remained. Hey, don't be slow! Sorry! 6 months later, Aina and I were out on site inspections as the president and secretary. Then, there was a worker who was slow to move and was being scolded a lot.
I came to deliver you lunch. Hey, don't stand in the way!
It was my parents-in-law. Both of them are dripping with sweat from work they were not used to do. When Aina was surprised, Kyoto-san appeared from behind her.
Even though they said that they had disowned Aina-sama, they still seemed to love her. They also said they wanted to see her grandchild, so I gave them advice.
Actually, after that, I was secretly consulting Kyoto-san. Kyoto-san, who had the same concerns as me, seemed to be trying to deal with them. So I asked him if they would be interested in working on site so that they could understand my values.
I see.
Aina glances at the scene with no expression. She quickly averted her gaze, but I could tell. She was happy. There's no way she wasn't. When the baby's born, maybe let's send them a picture?
Huh?
I don't think I would want to have a good relationship with them, but I'm not so heartless as to ignore people who are trying to change. Aren't you the same?
Yeah. Besides, for the sake of our child, if we can have a good relationship, that would be better.
We snuggled up to each other and laughed. Yes, a new life will be born next year. It's easy to break up with someone. There are things in this world that cannot be tolerated. However, if they are trying to change, it is sometimes important to forgive them. I think so both as a leader and as just Satoshi Miyazaki. I hope this child will have wonderful grandparents. And hopefully, we can be a peaceful family together.
My name is Mizuki Nakatani, 14. I've always loved comedy. I practice with my friend every day so I can become a comedian one day.
I'm not in the table tennis club.
Ping pong bing bong, ready set go! After school, I always watch videos of comedians in my room and analyze them. It was part of my training. I was watching another video when I fell asleep.
Mizuki, we're gonna have dinner when your dad gets back.
Dad, whoa.
Let's go to the amusement park when you get your next audition. Good luck.
The amusement park. That's nice, Airi-chan. Thanks, Daddy. I'll try my best.
My parents adored my little sister, Airi. She was a child model, and that was always a topic of conversation. Ever since Airi was born, our family centered around her. I used to be sad about it, but I forced myself to be okay since I was in middle school now. I went to the kitchen to drink some water and passed by our table. I saw the word comedy from the corner of my eye and picked up the flyer. I read it thoroughly. This is it! What? The fall festival is in 2 weeks. Yeah, I can do it! I decided to do stand-up at the fall festival. Luckily, there was still a spot open. But on the day of...
I'm not in the table tennis club.
Ping pong... Wait.
Hey, what are you doing? Keep going.
What's next? oh no, I forgot. Ah! My mind went blank with nerves, and I forgot our entire set. I couldn't go on, and I ended up leaving the stage. A few days later, I saw my sister getting made fun of because of me.
Your brother's so lame. At the fall festival, he was all duh and looked so dumb.
Hey, what are you doing?
Whoa, it's the lame brother. Run.
Sorry, Irie, it's my fault. Whoa, Irie! Irie glared at me and ran away. All I could do was watch her.
Mizuki, you did stand up at the festival? Our neighbor laughed at us because you forgot your lines.
When I got home, Mom yelled at me. I just listened silently. That night, Dad yelled at me too. The one making fun of Irie was her crush. Irie hated me for it. After, I apologized to Irie again, but she didn't forgive me.
I failed on stage. Can I do stand-up again?
My family's words made the wound of failing on stage even deeper. I want to be a comedian. That's always been my dream, so I was down in the dumps for a while. Some years later, I was 18. Irie was 14.
Mommy! Daddy! Oni-chan did this!
What's wrong, Irie? Did Mizuki do something?
Mizuki, what did you do to our precious Irie?
What? I didn't do anything. I was just trying to go to the bathroom.
Liar! You peeked at me changing. I can't believe you.
What? I'm being framed. Ever since the festival, Irie has been doing stuff like this. My standing at home got lower and lower.
My homework. Do it by tomorrow morning.
Again? Irie, stop. You're gonna regret it if you don't do it.
Ah! Oni-chan again! Again! Ah! Irie-chan, what's wrong? Did your brother do something again? I asked him to teach me, and he said he can't teach an idiot. Ah!
What? False accusations! This was how it was. But I had comedy. That's why I could survive each day. I want to leave this place. I'd considered dropping out and joining a comedian training center many times. But it costs money. Luckily, I had good grades, so I thought I could get a scholarship to a college far away. But...
College? What are you gonna go to college for? It's a waste of money.
Yeah, Irie has enough talent to get modeling jobs, but you're different. We don't have enough money to send two of you to college.
I'll pay with scholarships. I'll pay for testing fees in my apartment with a part-time job. So please let me go.
Stop talking nonsense. Try taking a gap year even once. You'll embarrass us again.
Yeah, how are you gonna work and study at the same time?
No matter what I said, it was rejected, but I couldn't back down. I was traumatized by what happened on stage, but I had to go to college. I got on my knees and managed to get their permission to go to college, and... Yay! I got in! I got a scholarship and passed the entrance exam. I got into a school that was hours away from home. Since I failed on stage, I'd studied harder than ever before. Even if I can't be on the stage, I want to be in the comedy world. That's what I thought. I can finally get away from my family. My life starts now. I joined a comedy enthusiast club in college. It was a great space to study comedy. I came here because I love comedy and to learn. I didn't intend to join a team.
Zuki, do you know NTR?
Yeah, I watch dramas on there. There are all kinds.
That's screaming. I'm talking about something else. That's sleeping. Wait, don't actually fall asleep.
Mr. Mizuki, don't get more laughs than us. I loved comedy, so I was enjoying myself like this. The days of studying and working part-time whizzed by. It was a precious 4 years for me. I graduated college. During my time there, I didn't get a single call from home, and I never went back. Good work, master. You were great. I'll get the car. I was working as a talent manager for a comedian in a large comedy agency. Hello.
Oh, hi. Yo.
He's from Baichiku Agency. No one came to watch. He was funny, though. There were many aspiring comedians that had talent, but didn't get their break. Many people quit. Wow, I was traumatized by one failure, but he keeps going. I want to help them. That's what I thought as I got back. 4 years later, I kept working in comedy and chasing after my own dream. At 28, I was finally able to start my own talent agency. That was my new dream, and the reason I went to college after failing that day. After a while, the agency slowly got on track, and I decided to produce a comedy event. Now, it was a popular event. We were doing rehearsals now.
Zuki-san, hello.
Hi, let's do this. The red-haired one was one of our comedians from a team called Igamono. His stage name was Hanzo. Next to him was a popular idol, Shion Kodama. He was a guest star of today's event and close friends with Hanzo.
Long time no see, Zuki-san. I'm actually getting married soon. I haven't announced it yet. Sorry to tell you here. I wanted to tell you face to face.
Really? Congrats. I'm glad you told me. Let's celebrate sometime. Shion was always polite and respected me. I smiled. Oh, sorry, Shion. My phone.
Huh?
It was a call from my sister who I hadn't seen in years. It was so sudden. Hello?
Oni-chan, long time. I'm getting married soon.
Oh, congrats.
Your family said you better come, or you'll embarrass me. I sent you an invite. Bye!
Wait, no way. Why now? She hung up on me. I was in shock. A beautiful voice spoke out to me.
Zuki-san, hello.
It was popular, beautiful newscaster Sayaka Onuki. She was her MC for the event this year. Onuki-san, hello. Thanks for everything. We had many opportunities to talk, and she went to the same college as me. We talked a lot, and now she says hello when she sees me.
You look busy. Wanna take a break?
Onuki-san, you look down. Did something happen? I noticed she seemed down, so I asked her.
I was invited to a wedding from an old friend. It's been 10 years. I thought about declining. They begged me to be MC. I couldn't refuse.
Maybe they weren't that close if she wanted to decline, just like me. I try to make her laugh.
Zuki-san, you're funnier than most comedians.
That's the best compliment. She was usually so poised. Her pure laughter made me laugh. Man, comedy is the best. We laughed together for a while and returned to work. A few days later, the wedding invite from Irie came. I regretted not moving houses. I felt drained. I don't want to. I don't want to see mom or dad. Maybe I should decline. But the invite had come. I called Irie before opening the invite. Irie, I don't think I can go to the wedding because of work. Mark me down as a no.
What? Your sister's getting married. No, you're definitely coming.
No, but...
If you don't come, I'll tell Mommy and Daddy and you'll see hell.
It reminded me of old times. I couldn't decline and ended up going. What? I looked at the invite and froze. It was the day of the wedding. I saw Irie at the venue. It's been 14 years.
What's with that cheap suit? You must be struggling. So sad.
As soon as her parents left, Irie started insulting me. She still talked in the same way. You haven't changed at all.
Oh? Was I on the nose? That's why you didn't want to come? Is it that bad?
I came here for you. I shouldn't have come. As soon as I thought that, our parents came back. Irie immediately changed her tune, like always.
Mommy! Daddy! Oni-chan again! Oh, he said my dress is ugly. Mizuki, even as an adult you're saying that stuff. Do you know what day it is?
When are you gonna be a proper adult? I bet you don't even have a real job.
I miss these accusations. I really shouldn't have come. The ceremony was just family. At the reception, there was a buzz.
Mizuki, you're drawing attention. You didn't do anything embarrassing again, did you?
My dad accused me. I didn't know how to answer. A man ran to me. My parents seemed shocked. Of course they didn't know. I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself. I should have come to you. No, thank you. I greeted Irie's agency's president and her manager. I finally sat down. My parents spoke to me hesitantly.
Mizuki, you're the president of a talent agency. You didn't say anything.
I didn't think I had to. I didn't tell my family that I started the company. I didn't want them to know. That's why at work, I was Taro Mizuki, aka Zuki. I hid my real name.
Mizuki, sorry about before. Irie hasn't gotten as much work and it's bad. Help us out.
Yeah, you're her brother, right?
How dare you? I thought this would happen, so I hid my identity. I always did stand up with my friends as Zuki. I guess you two wouldn't know. And now, I'm her brother? Don't make me laugh.
Everyone, the bride and groom, please give a warm round of applause.
The MC was Sayaka. It was an unexpected turn of events. The friend she hasn't seen in 10 years and didn't want to see. It was Irie. Onuki-san's eyes met mine. She probably didn't know I was here either. She looked concerned. I smiled at her as if to say don't worry. The groom, Shion, also felt the same.
Wait, Zuki-san, why are you... Irie-chan, is this your brother?
Huh? Shion-kun? Yeah, this is my no-good brother.
I see. The person you told me was terrible. It was Zuki-san.
His whisper was filled with anger. Only Irie could hear it. Irie didn't know about her relationship and went pale. She tried to make him feel better.
What are you doing?
Irie screamed and everyone looked. Her dress was soaked in red liquid. A woman stood before her with a glass in hand. I guess she had thrown sparkling wine at Irie.
It's your fault. You sleep with someone's fiancé and get married to someone else? It was you that told the reporters that I tried to sleep with your fiancé, huh? I didn't do that. I lost jobs because of that. How dare you?
People started talking. The woman was taken away by the venue staff. Irie was also carried away by her parents. Shion went after them. I also headed over.
Ari-chan, what does she mean when she said you slept with her fiancé? Did you do that?
Because that woman acting mighty because she got a little popular from a commercial.
I see. So this is the real you. I thought something was up. After our engagement, I heard about your brother. A brother that treats you terribly. I wondered who it was, and it was Zuki-san. President Mizuki. I'm in shock. You two also said so. That he was twisted and couldn't be helped. Were you actually talking about yourselves?
Shion glared. I could imagine them saying all that.
He always makes people laugh. He's truly kind. How do you as parents not know that?
No, that was a misunderstanding. Mizuki, we're sorry. Help us out. Look.
Sorry, but I have no obligation to help Ari. You should be grateful I even came. This happened because you spoiled her. You should clean up after her.
Excuse me, may I say something to her?
It was Sayaka.
Sayaka! You'll help me, right? You're my friend. Airi, you did what you did to me again. I'm over you for real. I don't call that a friend.
Onuki-san and Airi's past. It was so terrible, even I wanted to cover my ears.
Sayaka! You look down. Did your boyfriend dump you? How do you know? Because I took him. He says I'm cuter and have a better body. Why? How can you do that? I thought we were friends.
Onuki-san was so sad. She worked hard to get into college and went on a diet to make herself better.
Wake up already. You can't be happy if you're having fun ruining other people's happiness. And your brother. He tries to make people happy when they're sad. That's how amazing he is. You had a kind, thoughtful brother, but you decided to go on this path. You're so sad. But it's okay. I'll make your brother happy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Oni-chan.
The reception was cancelled, and Airi and Shion's engagement was called off. I don't know who posted it, but a video of Airi being splashed with wine was spread on social media. It was on entertainment news that she had stolen her friend's boyfriends. Airi quit entertainment. My parents still vouched for her, but the neighbors whispered about them. I had gotten yelled at for embarrassing them once, but who's embarrassing now? After that, their treatment of me also came out, and they had to leave town. But that's a little later.
Mizuki-san, congrats on publishing. Reception's been great.
I wrote a book after an offer from a publisher. It's a mix of my private life and my work in comedy.
I actually read it already. You had a hard time growing up.
Well, yeah, but now I'm fine.
You have a difficult past, but you work hard to make people smile. You're so cool.
What?
I'm into you. I told you. I'll make you happy.
I gave up on my dream of becoming a comedian because of a failure. But that brought me another dream. No matter how much you fail, you can choose another path to laugh on. Laughter invites happiness. After that, our romance will be caught by paparazzi, but that's a story for later.
Takahiro, your dad is a professor at Lovekoi University, and your mom is a Kado teacher, right? I wonder if they would approve of our marriage.
They're difficult people, but let's do our best to get their approval.
But to be honest, I'm worried. My name is Takahiro Sayonji, 28 years old. Today, I'm heading home to introduce my girlfriend, Anna Miura, to my parents. We've been dating for 2 years. My parents take pride in being from a noble family. Will they approve of our marriage? Despite our worries, our parents greeted Anna with a smile and led her through to the living room.
Oh, you're a nurse? Of course, if you marry Takahiro, you'll quit and live with us, right? Well, I have no intention of quitting my job, actually. Since you're Takahiro's fiancé, of course you come from a prominent family, right? You don't have to work. No, my father is an ordinary office worker and my mother works part-time at a supermarket.
But as soon as Anna said that,
We are a noble family.
You think a woman from an ordinary family can match your son?
our parents' attitude suddenly changed. Where's the smile they had earlier? They now look at Anna with cold eyes. That's enough. Anna, let's go. There's no point in talking with them anymore.
But
I lightly pat Anna's shoulder and stand up together to leave the house.
Takahiro, I won't allow you to marry her. A girl from an ordinary family.
If you marry that girl, it will damage your family's prestige. I don't care about her family background. I love Anna. I was a fool to have even the slightest hope that they might approve of it. I'm not coming back to this house anymore. My worries became reality. I shook off my parents who stopped me and left the house with Anna. I'm sorry about what they said. Let's get married for sure though. We came to a nearby park. Sitting on a bench, I hug Anna, who is looking unhappy.
Thank you. It's true that I'm no match with you, though.
It doesn't matter what your family background is. I knew there was a good chance it would be like that, but I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
I can feel my chest getting wet. I hug her more tightly, and I remember the day I met Anna. 3 years ago, I got in a car accident and was hospitalized at Lavkoi Hospital. There, I met Anna.
Saonji-san, it's time for your rehab. Please do your best.
I don't want to do it though.
I'm going to inject some energy into you.
Anna put her hand on my back. It seems this is the injection of energy.
You'll be fine now. Have fun.
Thanks to Anna, I was able to do my best in the rehab, which I didn't like.
Saonji-san, the rehab doctor was praising you.
It's thanks to you injecting me with energy. Anna-san, do you have a boyfriend?
I don't have one. Why do you ask me that?
Well, I was just wondering if a nice lady like you had a boyfriend. And it had been a month since I was hospitalized. Finally, they decided to discharge me next week.
You'll be discharged soon, huh?
It's sad to think that I won't be able to see you anymore.
I'll miss you too.
I know she's just being friendly to me as a nurse, but now is my last chance. If I miss this, I'm sure I won't see her again. Anna, I like you. Will you please go out with me?
What?
Anna's eyes blink in surprise. I love you, Anna-san. Please be my girlfriend. When I desperately appealed, Anna nodded her head. Whoa! Yay! Thank you, Anna-san. When I tried to hug Anna, she restrained me with her hands. I looked around in surprise and see nurses and patients applauding. Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna date her.
Oh, stop, Saonji-san.
Anna was embarrassed, but I was so happy I couldn't help smile at everyone. Anna's face turned red and she ran to the nurse's station as if to escape from embarrassment.
Miura-san, what are you doing running in the hallway? And how dare you make out with a patient in the hallway? I'm sorry, ma'am.
Anna's getting scolded by the head nurse. I felt sorry for Anna. That's nostalgic. I'm still with Anna since I mustered up the courage back then. If I didn't, Anna wouldn't be next to me now. When I think about it, it feels like a miracle. Anna has supported me ever since we started dating. She's the only one for me. I vowed in my heart not to hurt her anymore when I saw her shedding tears. Anna, until I find an apartment to live in, will you let me live at yours?
Sure, but I work nights and you work during the day. I might disturb you. Are you okay with that?
Don't worry. I'll try to take care of myself.
But you have a nanny at your house, so you've never done any housework, right? I'm worried.
Don't worry, I'll manage. But I would soon come to regret it.
Takahiro! Don't wash rice with detergent!
Huh? Doesn't the rice become cleaner this way?
Just wash the rice with water. Hurry up and put the detergent back.
Put it back? Oh, wait, what? In my haste, I pushed the bottle too hard, and the detergent went into the bowl full of rice.
Oh no, the rice! Make sure you clean up every nook and cranny and put away anything you put out right away.
I'm not a kid, okay?
You just thought you ain't a kid, didn't you?
How did you know?
It's written all over your face.
Under Anna's strict guidance, my housework skills gradually improves. I was looking for an apartment, but it was hard to find one near Anna's. Anna, I'm sorry. It's been hard to find.
Don't worry about it. You're being a big help anyway.
That's good to hear. By the way, I have a proposal. Why don't we look for an apartment where we can live together?
I'm good with that, but don't you have to go home and discuss it with your parents?
Anna is concerned that I left my parents because of her. There's no point in talking to those kind of people.
But I think your parents want to meet you too.
You're the most important person to me right now. I can't forgive my parents for making fun of you like that. And also myself. I don't want to hurt you anymore.
Thank you. Every family has its own circumstances, I guess. I won't force my feelings onto you.
I hugged Anna, who looked sad. A few days later, when I left the office after work, to my surprise, my father was standing in front of the office. Takahiro, I need to talk to you. Come to my house this Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Will you let me marry Anna? Let's talk about that as well. Okay, I'll go with Anna. No, Takahiro, you come alone. Why can't I take Anna with me? We should talk about it as a family first, and then you and Anna can talk about it. My father said to me in his usual high-handed manner. Takahiro, you understand? This Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Before I could even reply, he laughed. At dinner, I told Anna what happened today. I don't plan on going. He's just gonna try to convince me to break up with you.
I think it would be better for you to go and have a proper talk with them.
But you remember how they behaved when we went to greet them, right?
I remember, but
I told my dad I wanted to go with you, but he was adamant that I come on my own. I'm sure it's gonna be pointless.
But if your father came all the way to your office, doesn't he have something important to talk about? For your father's sake, I want you to go.
Even if he's just gonna oppose our marriage?
But to your father, you're his only son. And maybe he plans to approve the marriage, right?
Okay, if you say so. I'll go ask them to approve our marriage. If they still don't listen to me, I'll cut ties with them.
Takahiro, thank you.
Anna squeezes my hand. For the next 2 days until Sunday, both Anna and I were feeling anxious. When I returned to my parents' house for the first time in a month, my mother, dressed in a kimono, was waiting for me.
Takahiro, hurry up and change into a suit.
Why do I need to wear a suit for a family discussion?
Because it would be rude to our guests. Anyways, hurry up and change.
Okay. Guests? I entered the living room with a bad feeling, and there sat my father, a young lady in kimono and her parents in formal attire. My hands shake with anger as I realize that my parents is trying to introduce me to the prospective marriage partner they brought. This is Kaoruko Fujiwara-san. How do you like her, Takahiro? Isn't she a lovely young lady? Kaoruko-san smiled at me. I take a seat for now. Excuse me, my son is so nervous seeing the nice young lady that he can't even speak. My parents and Fujiwara-san's parents are chatting. I decide it's now or never, and get down on my knees. I have a fiancé. I'm sorry, but I can't marry Kaoruko-san. And the air in the room freezes. Takahiro, I told you to break up with that commoner. I will marry Anna. Seeing my father yelling at me, the Fujiwaras looked stunned. It seems we had a misunderstanding, so we're going home.
Kaoruko, let's go.
I'm sorry. I'll convince my son now. Fujiwara-san's parents are angry. I thought it was only natural, so I got down on my knees again.
I work as a nurse at Lovekoi Hospital. I love my job, so I'm not thinking of getting married yet. My parents just asked me to meet you just once, so please don't mind me.
Lovekoi Hospital? My fiancé also works there.
Well, I see. May I ask your fiance's name?
It's Anna Miura. When I said that, she was surprised.
I was bullied by an older nurse in my first year, but Anna-san saved me so many times. So you were Anna-san's fiancé, huh? I've heard so much about you.
Everyone's surprised at Kaoruko-san's story.
Saonji-san, I would like you to please approve Takahiro-san and Anna-san's marriage too.
Kaoruko-san's words made my parents' faces turn red with anger.
A girl from an ordinary family would not be a match with Takahiro.
Takahiro's partner must be someone from a noble family like you, Kaoruko-san!
I despise those who can judge people only by their family background. Father, mother, let's go home.
The Fujiwaras stood up, but my parents were frozen in place, so I decided to walk them out.
Takahiro-san, hang in there. Please invite me to your wedding with Anna-san.
Thank you very much. Of course, I definitely will. Fujiwara-san, I'm really sorry about today. When I apologized, her parents also encouraged me. When I returned to the living room after seeing the Fujiwaras off, my parents were still angry. I'm gonna formally cut ties with you two. I don't want you to think of me as your son anymore. Takahiro, what are you talking about?
I'll introduce you to a young lady from a better family, so don't say such a thing.
I never want to see you two, who only judge people by their family background. I went back to my room, packed only what I needed in my suitcase, and left the house. When I returned home, I told Anna what happened.
I see. Kaoruko-san, I'll have to thank her. Takahiro-san, I'm sorry for giving you a hard time.
It's okay. Also, I've cut off my ties with my parents.
Because of me. I'm so sorry.
It's not because of you. I did this for you. For us. I want to make you happy. I tightly hugged Anna, who had tears in her eyes. Half a month after I cut ties with my parents, Anna suddenly put her phone in front of me.
A professor from Lovekoi University is getting blown up on social media. This is your father, right?
Surprised, I looked at Anna's phone. Yep, that's him. He mocked one of his students for coming from an ordinary family, and that student wrote about that on social media. It's being retweeted countless times, and even my mother's identity has been exposed. It never stopped spreading and made the news headlines, and the university held an apology conference. My father didn't attend the apology conference and resigned before he got fired.
I hope your parents will learn from this.
I don't think they will. If they were the kind of people who would change over this, I think Fujiwara-san's words would have changed them already. A year after my father's voluntary retirement, we got our marriage registered and moved into a new apartment. Now, my cousin, who is good friends with me, is visiting us with a housewarming gift. You guys really look good together. I wish I could get a wife like Anna-chan too.
Thanks.
Oh, by the way, my dad went to see your parents the other day. It seems they've been holing up at home all day, talking bad about the people who posted about them on social media. That's what they're doing instead of repenting their actions, huh? I'm glad I cut off ties with them. My dad said he would cut ties with them too. I guess they deserve it. We sighed as we talked about them. After my cousin left, I was lost in thought, and Anna hugged me from behind.
I'll protect you, so don't worry.
Thank you, Anna. I love you.
I love you too.
I realized once again that it's not the family background that matters, but the character of the person. I will take good care of Anna for the rest of my life. Watch out! I yelled, grabbing the woman's arm as she almost went out into the driveway.
Sorry. I was dazing off.
And a car ran down the driveway. If I hadn't stopped her, she really would have been run over. Seriously, watch yourself. That was a real close call. Well, my name is Nobunaga Kageno. I'm an old guy, turning 40 this year. I temporarily came here to a local sales office to help them with a local summer event. And that's what happened on the first day of my transfer. Her name is Ichika Fushida. She's an admin clerk in a small office of about 10 people. She's so gloomy. She looked like she's always brooding over something. You know that admin lady, Fushida? What's wrong with her? She seems awfully gloomy. I heard she's being forced into an arranged marriage by her toxic parents. I heard it's with some CEO in his mid-50s. How do you know that kind of information? Hehe, I can hear every single whisper in the office. You really are human, right? I'm just kidding, says him. Well, this has nothing to do with me anyway.
Oh, Kageno-san, thank you for your help earlier.
She spoke to me when I was getting ready to go home. Oh, it's fine. You really were just dazing off, right? I dared to ask her that. I don't want to think otherwise, but... She didn't reply right away and looked troubled.
How did it look to you?
I didn't expect her to ask me back. How should I respond? Well, if I had to guess, you look like you're in some kind of trouble.
Yes.
She replied shortly. She seems to want to say something, but isn't saying it. Ah, gosh, whatever. After all, I decided to step in on her personal matter. We went into a nearby izakaya, thinking it would be easier for her to talk over some drinks. So, what happened? As far as I could see you in the office, you looked really depressed.
Oh, sorry.
There's nothing for you to apologize, though. Anyway, just blurt it out. I'm going to be gone from your office in a month anyway. I won't say anything to anyone in the office because I hardly know them. When I told her that, she began to talk. Apparently, it all started with a comment from the president of the company her father works for. I wish I could at least get married. I wonder if there's any younger lady who would marry me. Oh, Mr. President, you wanna get married? How about my daughter? Your daughter? Is she beautiful? Yes, of course she is. Oh, she's indeed quite a beauty. Do you like her? Then I will arrange a date with her for you as soon as possible. If it's with you, my daughter will be overjoyed. I know you're offering me your daughter so that your grandkid will become the next president. No, not at all. I just wish you to be happy, sir. Well said. But you're an evil father, huh? Oh, please. I'm no match to you.
And he's forcing me to have an arranged date with the CEO.
That just sounded like a conversation from a soap opera.
At this rate, my dad will really make me marry that guy.
She gets gloomy as she says it. Can't you just reject the offer?
Well, I tried, but...
Why not? If the boss and you get married, you'll be guaranteed a good life. You won't have any money problems, and your child will be the next president. And because of the age difference, the president will pass away much sooner than you will. When he's gone, you'll be free again. Above all, my promotion will be guaranteed, and I get to be the grandfather of the next president. That guy will only remain as the president for another decade or two at the most. So, if you get married, give birth to a son, and have him take over the company as soon as possible, our family will become rich. Yeah! My time has finally come. So, to summarize, a toxic parent.
He's a terrible father, isn't he?
Saying so, Ichika laughs sadly and sips sake.
Apparently, he comes from a poor family and had a hard time when he was younger. So he's really obsessed with getting higher social status. That's why I couldn't even get a boyfriend so far. I've been afraid of what he might say if I introduced any average Joe to him.
She must have had a hard time until now. But this is bullshit. I breathed out deeply and decided to tell her my honest opinion. Hey, you're an adult, right? Why bother about him? If you don't like what he does to you, just move out of your home. Since you're an adult, you can live your life as you like, all on your own terms. Of course, at your own risk.
Is that really okay?
I'm saying you don't have to ask permission like that. And if you don't have a place to go, do you want to come to my house? The next morning, when I arrived at work, Ichika spoke to me at the entrance. Last night, she told me that she would not give me an answer right away, so I let her think about it until today. It looks like you've made up your mind.
Yes, I have. I like to stay at your place.
So, she has decided to leave her house. So, what did you say to your father to get out of your house? I asked her on the way to my apartment after work.
What can I say? We had a big fight.
As expected.
Yes, as expected.
But she's speaking a little more cheerfully than yesterday.
This morning, I tried to sneak out after explaining the situation to my mother, who is always on my side, but...
Hey Chica, where are you going with such a big baggage? Don't you have work today?
He noticed me, and I told him I was leaving this house. Then, we got in a big fight.
After that, apparently she left the house saying she wouldn't go back until her father apologized to her.
We had a fight, but what can I say? I felt kind of refreshed.
Well, you said what you've always wanted to say for a long time. So, you haven't heard from your father since then?
Oh, do you want to see it?
Chica showed me her phone's incoming call history. What the heck is this?
It's terrifying, isn't it? Even when I reject his calls, he keeps calling me again right away. Oh look, here it is again.
A large number of incoming calls every few minutes. And yet, another call comes in.
I guess I'll turn the power off soon.
And we arrived at the front door of our house. Naturally, she looked nervous.
So, it's going to be just the two of us from today, huh?
Huh? The two of us? I realized after all this time that I forgot to mention something to her. And I came running up to me with light footsteps.
Daddy! Welcome home. And welcome.
I, my daughter, bowed politely. I'm happy to see that she has grown up well.
A child?
Ichika, on the other hand, looked surprised. Well, it's my fault for not explaining to her. I'm sorry I forgot to tell you. I'm a divorced man. She's my daughter, Ai.
My name is Ai Kageno. I'm 7 years old. I'm in grade 1.
She's on summer vacation since it's August now, so she came with me.
By the way, you're a beauty. Hoo hoo hoo. Oh, what? What are you doing? What? Yukon in my class said this is how to make people happy.
You need to stop playing with that boy.
Come here. I'll show you to your room. Wow. Oh, wait.
I had already talked to Ai in advance about the possibility of her coming. I must be happy to have her. It may also be due to the absence of her mother, so Ichika's presence is a blessing for us.
What? You can cook, Kageno-san? And Ai-chan too?
She was surprised to see us with aprons on. Is that supposed to be surprising?
Because my dad has never done any household chores.
Yeah, maybe there are some families like that if the mother is around. But, you see, she only has me. Ai helps out, but she's still very young, so I have to run the household. Today's Fushida-san's, we're not at work, so... Ichika-san's welcome party. Let's drink!
Welcome party! Let's drink!
Ai chucks her orange juice, imitating me. She's probably gonna drink like me when she grows up.
Thank you for the food. This is so delicious.
I'm very particular about the sauce I make. Well, I look forward to living with you from now on. Thank you. she replied happily. It's been a few days since Ichika came to my house. No major problems have occurred. I like Ichika, and Ichika seems to have gotten used to living with us too. However, we'll only be here until the end of August. She was able to get out of her house. Now, she just has to find a place to live. If she was able to find a good guy, that would be even better. But that's probably not gonna happen anytime soon. So I ended up accompanying her to find a place to live.
Is there any affordable place to rent without a guarantor? There's a guarantor agency even if you don't have a guarantor. If you pay them, you'll be fine. Besides, I have a very good property that I recommend. If you like, let's go? Like, now if you like. What? Oh, okay, sure. Here, this is my most recommended property.
We were brought to a property surrounded by a graveyard. Whoa! Whoa! Why the heck did you bring us here?
Gah! A hand! A pale hand is growing out of the ground! You seem to love the place. Here's the contract.
What? Why is the contract ready?
I've always been waiting for someone to sign the contract. I figured out why the previous couple who came for viewing didn't sign the contract. So, I lower the price from 10,000 yen to 9,800 yen per month.
The price isn't the problem. Because the first agency was like that, Ichika got traumatized of finding a new place to live. I'm scared too. Well, the very reason I got transferred here temporarily was to help with summer events. There's a lot of work to do. Summer festivals, seasonal events in the shopping district. I'm even a judge for a swimsuit contest. I'm going everywhere for work.
You handsome judge there. I'll make you fall in love with me, the most beautiful girl of all time.
I wonder how she survived the preliminary rounds. I heard later that she just happened to know the organizer well, but I didn't care. I mercilessly gave her a score of 1. Swimsuits? It's the beach season, huh? Oh, I'm tired. I'm getting 3 days off starting tomorrow for the Obon holiday.
You must have worked hard. Are you okay?
She's going on summer vacation starting tomorrow too.
You see, we're both off tomorrow. We should take Ai-chan somewhere.
Oh, you're right.
Yay! It's a swimming pool!
We've come to a nearby swimming pool. I'm finally off work. It's been so busy. It seems Ai has made friends here and play with them every day, but this kind of family time is nice too.
Oh, are you sure you don't mind having me in your family time?
Oh, it's fine. I'm sure I would be furious if I didn't bring you with us.
Nobunaga-san, I have something to tell you.
I was about to go for a quick swim when she pulled me aside. Her cheeks were flushed, and she was fidgeting in embarrassment. If you need to use the restroom, you should go quickly.
That's not it. I just think I have to be honest with you. I can't swim!
Whoa!
Huh?
We only got a little deeper, but she couldn't take it anymore. I guess it's a little embarrassing to be an adult and not be able to swim.
That was fun!
I looked satisfied after swimming all day. I'll definitely have sore muscles tomorrow. I haven't exercised in a while.
Me too. But that was fun. My family never took me to a swimming pool.
She looked a bit sad as she said that. I guess parent-child problems differ from family to family. A few days after the short vacation, I was cooling down with barley tea, and a guy approached me. Hey, Nobu, you only have a week left here. I'm gonna miss you.
Huh?
Liar. You just don't want me to give you back all the work you've pushed onto me, right? You see through everything, huh? I'm going to the headquarters next year. So you just wait for me. Yeah. Good luck being forgiven for your mistakes. Beside us, Ichika was thinking alone with her head in her hands.
Oh yeah, Nobunaga-san is leaving soon. I can't help it, but why? Why am I feeling so anxious all of a sudden? No. I shouldn't get him involved anymore. I have to be independent. But what can I do on my own?
After work, Ichika and I went home together, but she looked gloomy today. It's still hot outside. No response. I wonder what happened to her. Hey, did you get an apology or anything from your dad?
No, he was so persistent that I've blocked him.
I'm a little relieved that her dad hasn't said anything terrible to her again. But why is she gloomy then? What happened to her? Well, so what are you gonna do now? Her shoulders trembled. I see. She must be worried what happens after I leave. But I can't let her stay with me forever. Of course, I have to go back to where we were, and that won't change. And it's only a week away. We're planning to move out of here in a week. What are you gonna do? I can only help her for another week. After that, she's on her own.
If you don't mind, I want to take over the lease here and... what am I saying? It's probably not that simple anymore. What? Won't you come with us? I want you to stay with us because it's fun.
Ichika is speechless at Ai's honest words, and her eyes widen. Is she happy or confused? I couldn't tell. After dinner, I went to bed and we went out on the balcony to talk. I'm sorry about Ai. She likes you a lot, so she must be sad to leave you.
I'm sad too that I won't be able to see her anymore.
Or do you really want to come with me? You'll have to quit your job though. That sounded like I confessed my love to her. But I'm not gonna take back my words. Yet, she shakes her head.
No, I can't cause you any more trouble.
In the end, she decided to stay behind and take over this place. So we were going to go talk to the agency today to see if Ichika can continue living here. Yes, that was the plan, but an incident happened. Ichika! A man, seemingly in his 50s, came running toward us.
Oh, Dad?
I see. This man is her father. The toxic parent, huh? He looks like a regular old man, though. You're coming with me. I'll make arrangements, so you'll have a date with the president right away.
No!
Ichika avoided her father's hand and went behind me. Who the heck are you? Get out of my way.
Old man! No! She's scared of you!
What is this child? Get lost. Yeah! Oh, How dare him suddenly yell at a child? And he spits out. Heh! I hate kids, especially those who don't listen to me. A good child does what is in the best interest of the adults, okay? He's really crooked. Ichika must have had a hard time. But it's useless to speak emotionally to someone like this. I calmed myself down and spoke up. My name is Nobunaga Kageno. I'm Ichika-san's... well, I guess we're colleagues. I see. I'm not interested in you, though. I'm not interested in you either. Anyway, I hear you're trying to force Ichika-san into an arranged marriage. Let's have you not meddle in our family matter. Well, sorry about that, but it looks like she doesn't want it, don't you think? It's just temporary. One day, she will thank me. Both the president and Ichika can get married and get an heir. I'll get promoted too. We will have plenty of money and everyone will be happy. He says as if it's a good thing. Well, theoretically, he might not be wrong. But something crucial is missing. But you don't take your own daughter's feeling into consideration? I said so as I stroked my dear daughter's head. I would want my daughter to find someone she truly loves. It's not anyone else's decision. It's her own. Any joy and regrets she gets out of that is her responsibility. But you're thinking without considering such personal feelings. So, is Ichika really going to be happy? Can she be happy when she hates it so much? If you're a parent, you must do what makes your child happy, even if it means sacrificing yourself. I guess my words made sense to him at least a bit. He growls in frustration. I've lived my entire life this way. I can't change it now. I guess this is what happens when you live your life based on your interests alone. But Ichika has nothing to do with his interests. She should have the right to her own happiness. Then, I can't give Ichika to you.
Nobunaga-san.
She's my daughter. Don't you say such a selfish thing. Even if she's your daughter, she's now an independent adult. You have no right to do whatever you want with her. In the end, he couldn't argue back and went home with heavy feet.
Thank you very much for what you did.
After her father left and things settled down, Ichika spoke to me. I guess your dad wasn't completely toxic after all. He backed off in the end. I guess he was sane enough to understand what I said.
You know, you were really cool. And you were sincerely worried about me. Daddy's so cool. That's my daddy. Hee hee. Well then, let's go home, shall we?
Oh, what? Don't you need to keep looking for a place to live?
It's okay for today. First, let me tell you what I've decided.
The three of us started walking home. Oh yeah, I should say this to her. I hope you can make up someday with your dad.
Yes, I hope so too. Someday, I'm sure we will be fine. Because, you know, he's my father after all.
Well, so what happened after that?
An arranged date? I don't remember that. Oh, that stupid joke back then, huh? What? A stupid joke? There is no way a lady so young would marry an old man like me. And even if she did, he would be pain in the ass.
And so, it was just a joke for the president to begin with. And as for Ichika, after we went home that day, she said this with a strong determination.
I've made up my mind. I'm coming with you, Nobunaga-san.
What? It's been 3 years since she said that. She quit her job and really came with me. And before I knew it, we got married. I is in grade 4 now. We are living a happy life as a family now. My name is Tomoyuki Kubota. I'm an ordinary office worker living alone in my old family home. I've been living an ordinary life without any major problems. But for the first time in a long time, Ayame Hinagata, who lives in the house next door, came to visit me.
Long time no see, Tomo.
We've known each other since we were kids and used to play together a lot. But ever since we became adults, we never saw each other. So it's been a long time. I never expected her to become such a flashy lady. Her expression was gloomy when I let her into my house, and her eyes became more and more teary.
My parents have always had terrible spending habits, and because they borrowed so much money, the amount of money we have to pay back ballooned to 100 million yen. I can't pay them back with a regular job, so I'm working as a hostess, but I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this kind of job.
I had no idea. I'm sorry you've had such a difficult time. Normally, I would have introduced her to a job consultant or something. But now, I wasn't in a normal situation. Because... Ayame, take this. I won the lottery, so use it.
What?
Luckily, I had 100 million yen from a lottery, but I had no idea how to spend that much money. I know Ayame well, so I would be happy to give this to her if it helps her.
Wait, are you sure about this? I can't believe you're giving me that much money just like that.
Don't worry about it. As long as you're going to be happy, that's all that matters.
But I owe you too much. Okay, what to do.
The next day, Ayame barged into my house in a maid outfit.
I'm Ayame Hinagata, your personal housekeeper from today, Tomo. I will do my best with all my heart and soul, so please let me serve you.
Why a housekeeper? No, you don't have to worry about yesterday.
It's because I wanted to thank you properly. But you refused to accept anything from me. You've always been like that. You never told me what you wanted or anything. So, I thought it would help if I helped you take care of all the housework. Hence, a housekeeper. I think I can be a good housekeeper because I've always done chores by myself at home. So please let me do it. Let me repay you by working as your housekeeper.
I didn't do it to get something in return, so I didn't really want this. But if she feels uncomfortable not to do anything in return, I can't help it. Fine, I got it. If you insist.
Really? Thanks! Tomo, I'll do my best.
This is how Ayame came to live in my house as my housekeeper. I thought that she didn't have to live in my house since her house is next door, but she's been having a hard time with her parents, so I decided to let her live in my house. But...
Tomo, help me for a bit.
What's wrong? Oh my god! Watch out!
I was looking for a pot and the things inside this almost fell onto me. Help me!
There's no pot in there. Hold on, I'll help you.
Oh, thank God.
Ayame, the pots and pans are over here, and the ones we use often are here. If you didn't know, you should have asked me.
It's your day off, so I didn't want to disturb you.
It's more work to run to you and help. You don't have to be shy to ask me questions. And you aren't actually that good at doing housework, are you?
Well, that's not true,
But you break dishes a lot and drop laundry in the yard, so I can tell you're not used to it.
but I'm your housekeeper, so...
But you're breaking the dishes and putting yourself in danger, so you shouldn't push yourself too much. Let's do the housework together. I like doing housework anyway.
What's a housekeeper's job other than doing housework?
Ayame pleaded me to become my housekeeper herself, but couldn't do the job well. While taking a bath, I was thinking how clumsy she was, and... Phew, the bath feels so good.
Tomo, can I come in for a minute?
What? Come in? No, we didn't take a bath together even when we were kids. I'm not prepared for that.
Let me wash your back, master.
Ayame came in without my permission and was wearing a maid outfit. Pure cuteness. Dazzling. And I can feel that she really wants to redeem herself. When I think back to how clumsy she was during the day, I can't say no to this. Oh, okay. Then, please.
I'm going to wash you, but tell me if there's anywhere I forget to wash properly.
Okay.
Well then, excuse me. How's that?
It's ticklish. You can go harder.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Ow! Ow! Ouch! That's too much! Hey! Stop!
Ah!
She's too focused, she can't hear me? The bubbles are coming inside my mouth. It's bitter. I didn't expect her to wash my back so hard. My back tingled and hurt. I couldn't sleep on my back for a while.
I'm so sorry, Tomo! I thought I had to wash you well, so I put too much effort into it. I can't do my chores well, so I thought I'd make up for it with something else. I'm totally disqualified as a housekeeper. I won't be able to stay with you anymore.
I couldn't stand to see Ayame so depressed because of her continuous failures, so I spontaneously made a suggestion to her. Hey, Ayame, if you don't mind, would you like to go shopping with me tomorrow?
What?
I hardly get the urge to buy anything, so whenever I go shopping, I just don't know what to do. That's why I need your help with my shopping. Please.
I can handle shopping. I always check out all sorts of fashionable and everyday items. It's been a while since I last went shopping. I'm so excited.
She got back on her feet in no time. She's always been good at turning over a new leaf. I'm glad to see she hasn't changed much. I just sincerely thought that I want to see her smiling rather than crying. The next day, we went shopping downtown. I thought she would change her maid outfit outside my house, but she remained the same. Ayame, are you okay walking outside dressed like that?
It's because I've been asked to go shopping with you as a housekeeper. So of course I'm still dressed as a housekeeper. Oh, this bag is so cute! It's a new model! That men's jacket over there would suit you for sure. Oh, I like this pair of shoes too. I wish we could go out dressed like this together.
I'll buy these then. Ayame, you also need some clothes other than that maid outfit, right?
Wow, you decided without any hesitation.
Because I think there's no need to hesitate to buy things that we need.
You can't just buy something without comparing. Let's look at several stores before we make a decision.
We went to a bunch of stores that Ayame liked. I still don't know which one is the best, but it's fun to see Ayame's happy face. Whenever I go shopping alone, I never think it's fun and I just pick things randomly. But with Ayame, just browsing stores without buying anything was fun. And before I knew it, the sun was setting.
Hey, Tomo, I just realized something.
What's wrong, Ayame?
I think I was the only one having fun, no? Because most of the things I bought were mine, you know? The only thing we bought for you was that jacket, right? I'm not a good housekeeper, putting me first over you.
That's not true. You found me some good stuff and that really helped me out. Also, I never thought shopping was this fun until today. So thank you for teaching me something I didn't know, Ayame. I'm not making this up. I really mean it. If I had been on my own, I would have never understood how fun shopping is. So I had a lot of fun too.
I see. I'm so glad. For the first time, I became useful for you. I'm going to work harder as a housekeeper from now on. So please take care of me.
I made her cry again. But she looks happy, so I'm glad. I don't need her super painful back massage, but I couldn't help but think that it would be nice if we could stay together like this forever.
It's been about a month since I started working as a housekeeper at Tomo's house. I'm still clumsy at housework, but I think I've improved. Tomo's so kind to me and never gets angry with my clumsiness and continues to let me stay at his house. He's helped me, and even now he gives me a place to stay, and I'm so grateful, but I'm disappointed. Because we get along so well, but there's no sign of romance at all. I thought if we lived together, he would at least become a bit interested in me. But there's no sign of that at all. He's treating me like I'm his family, no matter how I look at it. I didn't come to this house to go out with him, but still.
Are you okay, Ayame? You seem to be in low spirits.
Oh, Tomo! I'm fine. I was just thinking about something.
Okay, that's good then. But don't be too hard on yourself. Just because you're a housekeeper doesn't mean you have to put up with everything.
Tomo, he's so kind. And he notices all the little things. Ugh, but he's so dull at the same time. I wonder how I can get him to be interested in me. Tomo's my savior and my precious. Then one day, when Tomo was on his way back home, it started to rain. A good housekeeper reads the situation and acts accordingly, even when she is not told to do so. I took an umbrella and went to pick up Tomo. Ugh, it's raining so hard. Our house is far from the nearest station, so we would get soaked without an umbrella. I hope I'll be able to find Tomo. I arrived at the station and found Tomo, and I saw what I didn't want to see the most. Tomo was walking with a woman, and they were sharing an umbrella. They seemed pretty intimate, and Tomo looked embarrassed. He never shows me a face like that. I see. There was someone he likes, huh? What should I do? I really became his housekeeper just to return him the favor. But before I knew it, I was starting to dream of a day he would become interested in me.
Ayame, you came all the way here? Even though it's raining so hard. Ayame?
I spontaneously ran away from Tomo. I was afraid that he would introduce me to someone he likes right here, and I just wanted to run away.
Ayame suddenly ran away from me in the rain, and I desperately chased after her. She seemed to have brought me an umbrella, but for some reason, she ran away when I tried to speak with her. I had no idea why. Ayame ran to the park where we went before, when we went shopping the other day. Ayame, why did you run away from me? And you're crying so much. Maybe there's nothing I can do, but just tell me why.
I love you, Tomo!
What?
To be honest, you were my first love. When I was a kid, you always played with me and it was so comfortable. But when things at home became difficult, I could no longer play with you. It was so hard, so painful, and I was at my limit. So I went to your house just to see you. Then you helped me without wanting anything in return. I was so happy. And I realized I still loved you as I was working as your housekeeper. But that woman you just met, she's someone special to you, isn't she? So I was shocked and...
Hearing Ayame's confession of love, I spontaneously ran toward Ayame and grabbed her shoulder. The person I just met was my senior at work, and she only told me she would share her umbrella with me until we reached closer to my house.
Is that so? But it looked like you were blushing, so...
That's because she lives nearby, and she's seen us together many times, so she asked me if you were someone special to me. I was just blushing when she said that. You've always been someone special to me. When I was a kid, I was often alone because my parents both worked. My parents bought me many things so that I would not be lonely, but the emptiness in my heart only grew. But you saved me by visiting me all the time. You always came to visit me, and that's how I've been able to keep my heart intact all this time. I always wanted to repay you, and I never wanted to hurt you. That's why I was able to give you the 100 million yen from the lottery, and even after you started to live with me as a housekeeper, I made up my mind that I would never lay a hand on you. I didn't want my romantic feelings to get out of control and put you in trouble. You're so attractive. So I thought you would easily find someone else and live happily together.
Tomo...
I see. So I don't have to hold back. I can ask you to be closer to me, huh? We realized we both have had feelings for each other, but we both felt indebted to each other. And we realized that was making things complicated in a weird way. And we hugged each other. I knew we had better get home soon before we catch a cold, but we didn't want to move. Thus, we became lovers, but it wasn't all smooth sailing, because...
Tomo, I love you.
Yeah, me too.
You've been too shy, Tomo. It seems you were talking smoother before.
I've never gone out with someone before, so I don't know what to do. I'm so pathetic I want to disappear. But... Ayame, thank you for being with me. Stay by my side, okay?
Yeah, of course.
As always, my personal housekeeper is a crybaby, and she's prettier than anyone else. My name is Shota Ino. I'm 15, a third-year junior high school student. I'm currently studying for entrance exams. My family is an average middle-class household, but something unusual happened to us today. Studying is such a hassle, but I'm still getting a B grade, so I need to do better. And suddenly, I heard a voice.
Shota, can you come to the front door?
Who's that girl? As I went to the front door, I saw a little girl there. She was probably around 3rd grade, but she looked extremely thin.
Don't be scared. This is my eldest son, Shota. She's Nanao Togano. From today, she'll be living with us. She has some circumstances, so please accept her as if she were your little sister, okay?
A sister? I crouched down to match Nanao's eye level and said gently, "Hello, I'm your big brother. Well, starting from today, I guess."
My name's Nanao. I'm sorry for causing trouble. I'm sorry for being an unwanted child. Nanao,
No need to apologize. Who said you were an unwanted child? I'll protect you, so don't worry.
Shota, that's my son.
Nanao is small in stature, yet it turns out she's actually a 6th grader.
I don't need someone like you. We only need an excellent eldest son in our family. Just go anywhere you like.
Saying that, Nanao was kicked out of her house and spent several days outside until she was taken in by my mom. She had a harsh life as a child, without proper meals and without anyone to talk to. Furthermore, when she consulted the police, they only referred a child consultation center, saying this is not their job. In the end, the child consultation center and her parents discussed, but
We come from an elite family. Both my husband and I work for top companies, and our son is also academically outstanding. I'm sorry, but we don't need an ordinary child like her anymore. She's no longer my daughter.
well, she apparently said such a ridiculous thing, and it was determined that Nanao shouldn't go back to them. Feeling sorry for her, my mom consulted with my dad and they decided to take Nanao in. Of course, I'm not narrow-minded enough to reject her after hearing that, and so Nanao became my sister. And that's how it went for 10 years. I'm now 25, an ordinary businessman. Nanao is now a fourth-year college student and has secured a job already. She's working part-time until graduation every day.
I've been confessed to again. Why do guys suddenly confess even though we're not even friends?
Despite being timid and small in stature, Nanao has a kind personality that seems to attract guys. However, she...
When someone I don't know confesses to me, it makes me uncomfortable.
That's what she said. As someone who has never been confessed to and doesn't even have a girlfriend, I feel envious. But she has a close friend.
Bang! Well, I saw a familiar face, so I couldn't help it. Flustered? Are you still alive?
I might be done.
Seems you can respond. You should be fine.
That's a terrible way to determine my health.
It's always good to see you getting along well.
Stop patting me! This girl who pats me on the back is Nonoka Toyonaga. She's Nanao's best friend. Apparently, Nanao saved her from the crisis of repeating a year during high school, and they've been close ever since. Rather, I find it more surprising that you two get along so well. The outgoing flashy girl and the quiet girl miraculously get along and claim to be best friends, which is quite mysterious.
So, where are you going with your big brother today? A date?
Saying that, Nonoka leans on her shoulder. Being able to do that naturally, they're indeed best friends.
No, it's not like that. I have work at a nursing home. Ah, that's the job you mentioned before. Your brother too?
Yeah, sometimes we go together. My mom is a member of the community council, so she occasionally offers such jobs to us. Seems like they need more people. So, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I'm just hanging out because I'm free. That's where I found a guy to kill time with and my best friend.
That's a terrible way to treat me. For some reason, she always teases me like that. Am I that easy to tease? If you're free, why don't you come with us? You can bring some friends too if you want.
Me? Keeping the elderly company? All right. I'll make the elderly ladies master how to speak like a valley girl. Oh, I totally like this girl. I literally love her style. Yeah, I literally love your style too.
Stop it! Don't teach them something weird! What is she trying to do with them? So we brought Nonoka as she was bored, and we first went to greet the director. Hey, you came again. And you brought a friend too.
Yes, nice to see you again.
We've been here a few times, so we are already familiar with the director. However, it's the first time for Nonoka. His gaze shifts to her. I guess he will give her the usual greeting.
I'm Nonoka. Huh? Your hair!
I'm the director, Hage. Nice to meet you.
Suddenly, the director removes his wig and greets politely. Yeah, I understand why she bursts out laughing.
Hage-san always does that to people he meets for the first time. Even you call him Hage!
By the way, his surname really is Hage, and he always makes fun of his own name and baldness. After finishing the greetings with the director, we started our work.
Granny, are you doing well? Oh, not now, Chan, it's you. As you can see, I'm fine. I always feel better when you're around.
Basically, our work involves talking to the elderly people and providing them with simple assistance.
You know, your way of thinking is wrong. Listen, the way you should think about work is...
Yes, I get it.
I'm saying this for your sake. You understand, right?
Yes, it's very educating. Dealing with a difficult elderly like him can be tough. It can be frustrating sometimes. But over time, you'll get used to it and realize that all you have to do is listen to him. On the other hand, it seems we've brought an impressive woman who easily gets along with anyone.
Yeah, you're literally, awesome! Oh, literally. Totally. I'm awesome.
What's going on? She's completely turned that granny into a young valley girl. Whoa, she's amazing.
Huh, it was actually fun.
Nonoka stretches out, satisfied with the experience.
I get paid for this? This job is like a godsend, isn't it? Oh, but why don't they just get volunteers? I heard that with volunteers, since they don't get paid, they tend to act unprofessionally. By making it a job, they're increasing credibility. They also refuse one-shot workers. I see. So there's a reason to pay. That's why Shota goes there too, huh? You're a good brother.
Yeah, thanks. By the way, Nonoka doesn't know about our family situation. She thinks I'm Nanao's real brother.
Hey, you're no fun. You won't be able to get a girlfriend like that. It's okay. Because my brother's kind, he'll definitely get a girlfriend. And, well, his prospect might already be close by. Nanao's trying to cover for him, but, why don't you go out with me? Someone close by already. That's me. Huh?
Nonoka clings to me and hugs me playfully, with a cheerful yet mischievous look on her face. Yeah. Stop teasing me. Let go of me.
You should be at least a bit embarrassed, you know? It's kinda sad.
Nonoka lets go of me while pouting. I wish she wouldn't confess to me in such a playful manner. It makes my heart race.
Sorry! I'm late because I was feeding my cat.
The next day, when I told Nonoka where we are going today, she said she would come too. And so, we met up in the shopping district.
Well, today is a volunteer work, so you can take it easy.
Nanao follows up on her turdiness. It's one of Nanao's kind traits not to blame others unnecessarily.
So, yesterday you worked part-time at a nursing home. Today you're volunteering at an orphanage. And you go to other places too, don't you? Are you interested in social welfare, Nanao?
Nonoka asked while I was looking for souvenirs for the children at the orphanage.
Well, I guess otherwise you wouldn't be working for nonprofits, huh? Nanao, you're so kind. I guess you enjoy helping people? Well, it's not like that. Elderly people who were forced into a nursing home by their children. Children who lost their parents or had no parents to begin with. Or were abandoned by them. There are people who entered nursing homes and orphanages for various reasons. Some of them had no choice. I just want to make sure that they won't feel sad. That's all.
Nanao. Her feeling was based on her own experience.
Oh, will you have a date with your brother? Stop by on your way home. I'll give you some freebies. Thank you very much. I'll stop by later.
They often talk to Nanao like this as she walks along the shopping district.
You really have a lot of fans, don't you, Nanao? Well, I am too.
This is because she's been actively helping others. Everyone knows us in the shopping arcade now.
Oh my, thank you for coming again today.
And when we got to the orphanage, we first greeted the director.
Oh, there's a new face.
Usually, it's just us. The director turns towards Nonoka.
I'm Nanuko Toyonaga. Nice to meet you. I see. I'm Gomen. She suddenly rejected me. Why? I mean, how could she refuse this super cute Nonoka-chan? No, I'm just saying I'm Gomen. What? Now you're rejecting me with a smile? That's even harsher. She's definitely doing that on purpose and having fun.
Just like Mr. Hage yesterday, there are various surnames in the world, and hers is Gomen.
Ah, it's Nanao-chan.
The children at the orphanage noticed that we've arrived and gathered around. Oh, there's a new lady! Hey, you guys! Strip her clothes! They'll sell well!
What are you gonna do to me? Ah, Shota. You came again? It's not like I welcome you, but I can make tea for you if you insist.
Well, just like that, we played and ate sweets together. I'm tired. Those kids have way too much energy.
When we got back home, I slumped in a chair feeling exhausted. Great work. Shall I make some tea?
No, it's okay. You must be tired too. Kids have amazing stamina. By the way, you laugh a lot these days, huh? When you first came to my house, you were so gloomy.
Gloomy? I want to become a shellfish.
Where did you even find such a cushion? Just like that, Nana was always hiding in the corner of the room. However, now she's smiling like this.
I'm sorry about back then, but you know, it's all thanks to Mom that I can smile like this now. And Dad. And you. I have nothing but gratitude. But when I told Mom that I wanted to do something in return, she scolded me. She said I'm already her child and a part of this family, so I shouldn't think that way. So I decided to do two things instead.
And then, she raised two fingers and slowly began to speak to herself.
First, be kind to everyone. I want to help people and spread kindness around the world. I truly believe that if everyone becomes kind to everyone, we can all be happy.
That's an idealistic view. There are people in the world who even feel that's nuisance. Although I haven't met them, there are people like Nanao's biological parents too. Of course, just because they're in an orphanage doesn't mean they've had an unhappy life. Some people are truly happy with their lives. It's all just Nanao's self-satisfaction. But it would be rude to say that. So, I decided to say this to her. I guess that's why everyone likes you, Nanao.
Do you think so? If that's the case, I'm glad.
So, what's the other thing?
The other one is,
But she folded one of the two fingers down and pointed her finger at me.
It's a secret. Someday I'll tell you.
She had a slightly mischievous look on her face.
Yo, sup, Shota? Let's go on a date.
On the following Saturday, after ringing her doorbell numerous times, she said such a foolish thing in front of the entrance. Good night.
Huh? I worked up the courage to ask you out and you just ignore me?
Keep your jokes to yourself. I heard you're going to the orphanage again today.
So you knew. You're going too, right? Come on, now get ready.
Sorry, but I will pass. 2 consecutive weekends of that is too tough for a working adult like me. Even though it's volunteer work just on weekends, it's physically too demanding.
Excuse me for intruding.
Saying that, she took off her shoes and entered my house and...
Bang!
She suddenly tackled me, yet again.
There. Let this cute young college girl massage and heal your fatigue. So let's go! Nonoka, are you here? Hey, I can see a soul about to leave his body! Oops!
Whoops, my ass! Since I didn't want to be tackled anymore, I ended up going with them. But well, on a hindsight, I must express my gratitude to Nonoka for taking me out together. Ouch!
Are you okay? Hey, Nonoka, apologize! Sorry. I'll massage you later for real. And as an apology, I'll treat you to something. Maybe next week.
Why next week? Do it today.
But then it won't be a just shut up! I said next week, so it's next week.
What a selfish girl. We headed towards the shopping arcade. Today, we're planning to meet up with the kids here to play outside.
Since we're playing outside today, I guess some juice would be good.
Even something small would make the kids happy.
Oh, isn't that in a now? Stop by later, okay? Thank you. I'll stop by later. Found you.
I heard a voice, and when I looked over, an elderly couple was coming straight towards us. What are those two? They don't look like good people. Oh! That must have been intuition. Without thinking, I stepped forward in front of the girls. Who the heck are you? We have business with Nanao. What are you trying to do to Nanao?
It's been a while now. We're your parents. Father? Mother?
What?
Huh? What does this mean?
I was astonished. Nonoka, who doesn't know the truth, must be even more confused. But I should calm down. These two abandoned Nanao. I have to calmly assess the situation and help Nanao. I try to calm myself down and let them have a reunion for now.
It's been 10 years, huh? I'm sorry back then. We were the worst parents.
They humbly bowed their heads. Nanao widened her eyes and had a surprised expression. You've grown so much. You must be graduating from college soon, right?
Did you find a job? Did you get hired by a good company?
Well, I did get a job.
I see. That's good to hear.
As soon as they heard that, they seemed to genuinely smile with joy. Only if that joyful expression was directed towards Nanao.
You know, a few years ago, both of us fell seriously ill and we had to quit our jobs. So, we were wondering if you could take care of us?
I immediately sensed this is not going to turn out good. Nanao, too, was in disbelief.
What happened to my big brother? Wasn't he good at studying?
Nanao's tone of voice became unusually stern. I could also sense sadness from it. That guy. Even though we worked our asses off to raise him and send him to a top university, he got married, moved out, and told us he won't take care of us. Aren't we pitiful?
So, Nanao, will you take care of us? We're family, right? What are you saying? You abandoned me! That's why I'm here to pick you up. I know it's a bit late, but let's live as a family, okay?
Their initial humble attitude was nowhere to be seen now. They revealed their despicable true nature.
If you're struggling in life, why don't you just work?
We're elites. We can't possibly let some incompetent younger bastards in a small company boss us around.
Nanao's parents laughed. Nanao found herself in tears, her lips trembling. When I thought I had reached my limit, there was a woman who stepped forward before I did.
Hey, I don't really know what's going on, but are you an idiot? What? Nonoka?
With a deeply insulting expression and voice, Nonoka spoke up.
You, it's none of your business, right? Are you insulting me? Look at you, the way you dress. You look like a stupid low-class woman.
Huh. Well, I admit I'm dumb, but even if trash like you tell me that, I don't feel a thing. Who are the ones insulting Nanao? It's you. Don't belittle my precious friend.
With genuine anger, Nonoka went on.
Nanao says she refuses to take care of you. She's an independent adult now. The decision is hers alone. Why don't you put your stupid pride aside and work? Don't you realize you're low-class people here? There are plenty of jobs for the elderly, you know. Or maybe consider getting into a nursing home. I can recommend a nice one.
Shut up! Just come back home and take care of us.
Saying that, he reached out his hand towards Nanao. But,
don't you dare! I won't let a bastard like you take Nanao-chan away!
It was Mr. Hage's voice, and more voices gathered, growing louder.
That's right. Nanao-chan belongs to us. Besides, who the heck are you guys anyway?
Hey, listen to her side of the story too!
And in the end, they hastily ran away from us.
That was quite something.
At night, we talked to her mother about what happened today.
Is there anything I can do? Well, I don't know what we can do, but... No, it's all right. Everyone protected you. And so did Shota.
Huh? Me? I didn't do anything though.
That's not true. You gave me courage.
I really haven't done anything. I just placed my hands on her shoulders to reassure her.
I consider myself Nanao Ino now, and I will make it official soon. I'm no longer your daughter. This time I will abandon you. So don't ever show your faces to me.
Nanao decisively spoke out, and with that, her parents left.
Oh my. I can't imagine you being so stern. By the way, what do you mean you'll soon make it official? Huh? I don't mean getting married to Shota or anything like that.
Huh? Married? On that day, I experienced the biggest turmoil of my life. Well, almost a year has passed since then. Nanao sighs as she reads a letter from the city hall. Apparently, Nanao's parents applied for social relief, so the government asked Nanao for reference. So she just responded by saying they should be healthy enough to work.
Skydive attack!
Goofwa! It's you again, huh?
Shut up! This is punishment for rejecting me!
Just the other day, Nonoka confessed her love to me. But I turned her down. Because...
Enough, Nonoka! I can't let you have him, okay? Oh, shut up! The legal wife should stay quiet. Ugh! Congrats, though.
since I and Nanao were already engaged, there was no choice but to reject her. Yes, I've chosen to protect Nanao for a lifetime.